This is a replica of one of my project cars, the MGF, and one of the things that I love most about it is the fact that this little pucker is a parts-bin special car, and I love the ideas of these sorts of vehicles. Now let me run you through this. What they tend to do with these sorts of things, if they want to make the mid-engine like the MR2, is to take the whole front assembly and put it in the back. I think I could do that here in BeamNG. We already do have a fantastic little hatchback, but not over-engineered like this mid-engine vehicle. Could this little 80s nugget beat this 80s mid-engine nugget? But first, we need to do some baseline testing, and that's why I'm in the sim rig. So let's shifters on the other side, because even though I think we're driving a Japanese car, it's on the wrong side. Now we brought it here to Snake Gully, which is a road that hopefully one day I do hope to bring my MGF to as well. Got some nice switchbacks. I'm guessing the Bolide is going to struggle really hard here. Oh, that was a big hit. Oh, okay, that's not gone well. Now we've got ourselves a broken windshield, making it a little bit harder to see. It feels like the suspension is fine, so I think we're good there. Oh, switch down a little bit. We're suffering with a little bit of power up here, and then... Oh, no! Oh, okay, avoid the trees. No, okay, that sucks. And this time, I'm gonna brake a little bit sooner. Get that shifted down. We've managed to finish this one without a broken windshield. Hooray, and a 144. Only 10 seconds slower than my Toyota 86. And now we're about to see what it's like to do it with the big old Bolide. And then, oh wow, the speed is so much higher. I might have to, I have to slow down a little bit there. I don't want to unsettle the car. Coming into here is going to be tricky because usually brake at the dip, but this car is a lot faster, but not a lot better because we're still using road tires. So it's got the power of a race car, but not the everything else of a race car. All right, going through the pass again. Nice and tight. Oh, it gets really unsettled there, but these corners, which weren't corners before, we're going so fast now that they are most definitely corners you need to slow down for, and even potentially brake for as well. They are just that unfortunate of corners. Okay, got a few more here, but not at the hairpin yet. We're gonna brake nice and early for the hairpin as well. So we're gonna start braking here because you start to lose all brakes as you come over that crest. So even if you are braking way too early, if you leave it to a normal braking distance, you're kind of boned. But a 139, wow! This is slower than my Toyota 86, which is astonishing. So I think I actually have a chance of being able to do something here. The first thing we're gonna do is have a look at how much space we have. So let's go ahead and realize, wait, there's a right-hand drive interior? Hell yeah! And also take out those rear seats. What sort of suspension? I think this has some sort of swing arm suspension. Oh, I can really not tell. Yeah, some sort of like a counterlever swing arm. Then on the front, we should have McPherson strut, but that also looks like something unique that I don't understand. What? But when it comes to the first modification though, what I need to do is cut out the back end so then I can fit in the lovely engine. And if you're wondering what we're doing different than just having it this way, is this is longitudinal, but that's not what the engine came with. If you want to have a true budget version of this sort of build, well, that means you're going to have it transversely mounted. That is the big crux here. And then I think we're going to need to do a little bit of work with this to get it to match up to the default body. So out of here, we're gonna grab just this part and delete everything else. It's not perfect, but we'll see how it goes. Then with the normal body, we're gonna go ahead and select down this center line and basically delete everything we don't need. Next is we're going to grab all of this front structure, then move it into, yeah, okay, we don't need those rear fender wall areas, but that does allow us to line it up a little bit. It's not perfect. But, you know, it's a part spin special, it's not meant to be. Right up first, flex bodies. We should probably rename this to be like part spin special or PBS. And our part spin special. Let's see how it worked. Ow, not quite. Well, under slots, well, there should be like an interior. Okay, we do have this interior, but I want the mid-engine interior. And let's see if this converts. If any luck. Perfect. Oh, this has gone really bad. Oh dear. All right, what is actually, like, is it too many nodes? What's the problem? Let's start by grabbing ourselves an extra set of front suspensions. Oh, we can also get rid of the front hubs and go with rear hubs. Make this a little bit easier. Tell it to have an offset and give also the same to the engine. I'm not sure if 2 meters is too much, it probably is, but we're gonna give it a try. Hopefully it'll also stop this, like, explosion that's happening. That's not right at all. But you know what? Let's unpause. That's not gone to plan. Oh, you know what? Actually, 2 meters was not enough. Let's add another meter? No, 2.7 seems to be pretty darn good. Though our hubs are having a real issue, and so is all of our suspension. Oh, it is very unhappy. It's been many hours, and as you can see, well, at least it doesn't crash when I spawn it in, but for some reason, the tires are still in the rear, like they drive. I have no steering. Whoa, what is that now? Wait, what? What is that? And now I can't drive any. Oh, okay, because my tires have popped out. Okay, this is a new thing that I've not seen before. And I also have to figure out why the tires won't move. I mean, I have offset and I've removed and added offset. Nothing seems to work. Oh, I figured it out. I don't know why. Under hubs, there's usually a track width modifier, or track offset modifier thingy that for some reason doesn't exist anywhere in the games, but if it's there, then it has a problem, and I got rid of that and I was able to just have the wheel where I wanted it to be. But hey, now we have all of our things working. I mean, this is a little bit invisible, so maybe we'll turn it back up to fully visible. No engine in the front, tires, you know what, we'll deal with that in a bit. We'll fix that later. Coming in here, we have our parts of our, you know, this is not great. But you know what, we're getting there. I think it's almost time to take this for a drive. You know, it is like 4 hours past my bedtime, so if this driving is not perfect, it's not my fault. Okay. Driver's excuses out of the way. The time we have to beat is a 1:39. Though it would be better to be better than a 1:44 at the very least, which is the normal version of this car. I have also not set up any of the suspension yet, so this first drive at the very least is going to be unrefined, might be a word to use. Alright, here we go. Apparently we're already running out of oil. That is a thing that I have not taken into consideration. I did notice that we're having a bit of an oil problem. Engine is starved of oil. Hopefully it'll be able to last an entire race. I'm not sure what happens to engines sometimes. They're like, oh, we're running out of oil. It's like, there is literally no reason as to why that would be happening. Okay, well, okay. I have some setup to change here as well, because this microphone is all in the wrong place. Let's do the first bit of tuning. For instance, I'm thinking sway bar. And the sway bar is empty. Okay, then that means that I must have a lot of traction on the rear compared to the front. Maybe a stiffer front sway bar. So currently we got sport. Let's go to race. And I'm also going to switch this interior to right-hand drive. Oh, okay, nope, we're getting a little bit wibbly-wobbly. I'm thinking better tires might help because it feels like it's loose on the rear end. You know what? We might actually have some loose steering. Oh my goodness. What just happened? See if we can't see if these rear tires are flopping about a bit. Yeah, see the toe out is changing? See, currently we've got a lot of toe out. Oh, we just got a lot of toe out, do we? Well, we don't want that. No. Okay, well, that we'll have to finagle with. And, okay, so it's just... Oh, whoa, lots of tow out. Did you see that? Massive amounts. Okay, I did some rearranging of some of the geometry applied to the what is now the rear steering, which is technically locked off, and I think I have it fixed. It's doing all right so far. It's very controllable. I'm getting a little bit of steering wobble on the front, which is weird considering that there's nothing actually changed on the front, but then again, that's just BeamNG for you. Physics are not always 100% what you would call realistic. They're just very cool in the way in which they work. It's just, they do have issues. Oh! I forgot about that corner. It comes up over a crest into an off-camber corner. Very brutal and very appropriate to real life. Slow down for this one. I gotta tell you, this is a lot easier to control on the Bollide by a country mile. Oh god, it is struggling to get up here. I think this thing would do a lot better with more power. And a crossliner, 145, that's not a good time, is it? Yep, that is the slowest so far. Oh god, okay. I'm gonna give that another try. And across the line. A 42. Hey, would you look at that? It is faster than the normal front-wheel drive version, but here's where we're going to start getting into the more nuanced part of this argument. The Bollide is currently 3 seconds faster than me, with a lot more power. So, let's look at adding a little bit more power. Okay, so I don't know which ones of these default in the game. I think this is meant to come with a 2-liter, right? I don't actually know. That might be a mod. I think, yeah, it only goes up to a 1.5 and the rest are probably mod things. Let's start by first going with something a little bit more evolution. Yeah, sure. Naturally aspirated to start with. Oh, performance 2 long block. It's probably going to add a lot of power for us. And with a different exhaust on as well, let's give it a try. I'm going to hazard a guess that this is not going to be quite so easy to drive as the last one. It is so much more powerful. Holy cow, this thing is ripping already. Oh yeah, nah. If I can't beat the Bollide with this, I will be stunned. It is so fast. Oh my god, the speed I am carrying already is so much more. Like there, I usually have time to align myself. That time I did not, and I had to even lift a little bit to help keep my sanity. Oh, okay, yep. Now I see the brake bias problem. Jeez, okay, it locked up heavy on the fronts just then. A little bit more sweaty this time around. On the way up, it's a lot easier and a lot safer to drive. Let's see if we can keep it in 4th gear all the way up here, though. No, we're losing speed. Yeah, we're losing a lot of speed. Oh, that was very uncomfortable. Down into 3rd, because apparently 4th. Too long. Even here, it's struggling to gain speed in 4th gear, but... Alright. Slow it down. I'm gonna drop it even into 2nd there. 3rd gear is struggling. I don't think this is a good time. Wait, a 138? Oh, come on! We're 1 second off the Bollide. Holy cow. This thing rips. Actually, that's like about 1/3 of a second. Less than 1/3 of a second from a Bollide with a little 4-banger that I put together in like more hours than what I would like to admit. So, I think it's time. I honestly don't know if this is going to be any... I don't see a boost gauge. Sounds like it's got a turbo on though. And I've got a hell of a lot more power. Okay, yeah, there has to be a turbo on here. I don't know why I don't see the turbo gauge though. Okay, well, I see it in 3rd person. I just don't see it in 1st. Weird. Alright, well, let's try anyway. I don't know why it's hidden in cockpit view. This is really going to help us get up there. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? There's a lot of concentration in here for the first corner. In fact, I'm going to go full sweat mode. You guys can just enjoy this. Well, it is a whole lot faster now, and it is considerably faster. That's like over 3 seconds faster than the Bolide. So this is a very hefty little beast. So, what have we proven today? I feel that it's something along the lines of sometimes brains really does beat out over brawn. So you got the big muscly V8 flat plane crank, comes with turbos, all that sort of fang-dangle stuff from Ferrari. But sometimes something along the lines of Colin Chapman's approach of add lightness, you know, do good tuning of suspension and stuff like that, really just can be better. Now, I'm not going to say that this thing will always outperform something like the Cervera Bolide, but I feel that also this thing would have been a much more frugal choice, is probably a way of putting it, compared to the longitudinal engine that they decided to go with for the mid-mounted engine for the Rally. Whereas it seems that transversely mounted, being also incredibly cheaper, also works, and it proves the point that the MGF wasn't as bad as an idea as what it ended up actually being. Now, the TF, I believe, MGTF, or whatever, the next generation, if editor could stick something up on screen to represent that vehicle, that one actually was a lot better of a vehicle. If I could have afforded one, totes would have bought one. But as it stands, I appreciate this vehicle. Oh, and you know what else I appreciate? My channel members! You guys are amazing, and especially the top tier channel member, the Omega amongst Alpha. Wait, no, that's not how that. Anyway, the Rogue Tick, the Crown Priest. Thank you, bro, for being a top tier channel member. For the rest of you, though, we'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.